everybody? Welcome to the Vibing with Don Vito show. I'm your host, Don Vito. Just want to thank y'all for tuning in each and every week, checking out my guests that come to the show and showing the support is very important. And I want y'all to tune into the YouTube channel that I have, Vibing with Don Vito YouTube, and check out all the amazing guests that I had on the show. You know, it's a lot of great people that came on the show. For those of you who haven't seen my shows, all you got to do is hit the like button, subscribe to Vibing with Don Vito show, and also tell your friends and share it and let them check out the amazing shows that I did so far. Today we have an exclusive interview. This man goes by the name of Freeway Rick Ross, you know, well-known brother out of L.A., You know, a lot of people know him for, you know, his life coming up. You know, he was a real heavy hitter in the drug game, drug trafficking. He's also an author of several books. He's going to come on the show and we're going to chop it up and we're going to talk about, you know, him coming up as, you know, as a young guy and also his transition into where he's at today, you know, his life. You know, this guy here has a lot to talk about. You know, he's also big on prison reform. He's an activist. And I believe he has a documentary and stuff coming out, you know, somewhere down the line. So if you don't know about this man, Freeway Rick Ross, you'll find out today. You know, but before he comes on to the show, I want to enlighten y'all on a couple of things that's going on out here, you know, as far as with the fireworks and stuff like that. They got like fireworks popping off all day, all night, everywhere, not just in New York, all over the states. And, you know, they seized quite a few trucks that came into the communities, dropping off loads and loads of fireworks. So that's where you hear all this noise from. Like, it's like mad fireworks that's already out here. So, you know, expect to hear this all the way to the 4th of July, after the 4th of July, you know, and until they run out. Also, you know, a lot of people want to work out. I'm a trainer. You know, that's what I do. I'm a trainer by nature. I'm a master trainer. What up, Shorty Rock? Meditation Miss, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in early. And a lot of people wondering what's going on with the gyms. The gyms are not going to open no time soon. Trust me. It's so bad right now that a lot of gym owners talking about filing a petition to sue the governor. You know, they trying to sue the governor because, you know, they're about to lose their business and stuff like that. So it's really bad. So if y'all want to get with some training and all that, all y'all got to do is hit me up. You know, my Instagram is fitnesscoach_Big V. Check out what I do. And I've been doing it for like 15 plus years. You know, I'm a master trainer and I can get you in shape. You know, I even take you to the park. Or, you know, I do it over FaceTime, you know, in my hours from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. Sometimes I extend it to 1 p.m. So those of you who want to get in shape and, you know, you starting to get a little heavy or you feeling a little weak, hit me up. You know, my prices are decent. You know, I look out, but I guarantee I'm going to get you in shape. Guarantee you. You know what I'm saying? My youngest is like 11 years old. My oldest is like 94. There's no limit to what I do as far as when it comes to training and stuff like that. So like I said, y'all want to get in shape. Those of you that fell off, y'all hit me up. And I got you. But meantime, in between time, once again, we got an exclusive interview tonight. Special guest. He goes by the name of Freeway Rick Ross. And he's going to come on the show. And we're going to vibe. You know how we doing on the Vibing with Don Vito show. We just be vibing. And we be talking. And, you know, we be flowing and people get to, you know, learn about the people that they heard about. They get to hear their stories and stuff like that. And, you know, it's very interesting, you know. You know, I try to get people on the show that, you know, that had, you know, some type of life that you can learn from, you know. It ain't all good. It ain't all bad. But at the end of the day, they have a message to give and they have a story to tell, you know. And at the end of the day, they're about giving back, you know, once everything is all said and done. You know, so I just want y'all to be a little patient and tune in. My man Freeway Rick Ross is coming on momentarily, and we're going to have a great show. You know, I wanted how y'all doing out there. You know, we still got the quarantine going on. You know, it got a little bit light. They said that we in phase 2, stuff like that, going into phase 3. But don't be fooled, y'all. You know, stay on point, because I don't really think they got this thing, you know, positioned the way they want to have a position. You know, it's like you got people moving in and out of town and stuff like that. So one minute the numbers go down, next minute the numbers go up. You know, one state opens up, the next state closes. So that goes to show you it's still moving around. It's moving around heavy, you know. Just, you know, stay on point. But at the end of the day, live your life. Don't be nervous and, you know, scared to talk to people and all that type of stuff. If you take care of yourself properly and you don't really have no medical complications and stuff like that, you can survive this. So those of you, you know, who need to step your game up, as far as on the fitness tip, as far as eating properly and stuff like that, get on your job, because that's going to save your life. You know, the mask and all that is cool. The social distance is cool, and the gloves and all that. But if your health ain't right, you know, you still might be able to get got. You know, so I see my man Freeway Rick Ross about to pull up. He waving. What's up, my brother? Okay, here he come. We about to chop it up with my man Ross. I want y'all to stay tuned and check out the show. What's up, Freeway Rick Ross? How you doing, buddy?
Oh, man, working hard. Everything good.
Everything good?
Yeah, you know, we're going to have to tighten up, though.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Your systematic racism ain't going to work.
Not at all, man. Let's talk about that right quick. What you talking about? What you mean?
Well, you know, the system systematically discriminates against us as being black, you know, in multiple ways. Mm-hmm. You know, from being able to get the proper jobs, from being able to have good teachers. We get the worst police. The ones that can't make it in Beverly Hills, they send them to Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. I mean, the trucks that don't work right, they send them to L.A. You know, anything that don't work, they send them to us.
That's crazy, man.
And then
so
tell us...
Why you feel they do it like that, man?
Well, because we don't say nothing. You know, we take it. We good with it. You know, give us the leftovers. Give us the crumbs and, you know, leave trash in our neighborhood. And then when you find out our neighborhood got the best everything, then you come over there and take it from us. You know, that's systematic racism. And that's what we've been dealing with as blacks in America. We've been dealing with systematic racism, and I'm tired of it. You know, I didn't know what it was at first. I didn't know what it was. You know, I was dumb to the facts, but now that I know what it is, now that it's been pointed out to me, I'm gonna fight with everything I got to change it. Right. You and me both. So we're gonna touch back on that, Rick. But we're gonna continue. A lot of people know about you. A lot of people don't know about you. You know, can you tell everybody, you know, who you are and where you come from and how it's like growing up as a young man in L.A.? Well, my mom moved to L.A. when I was about 4 years old. Came up like any other normal kid, you know, single parent. You know, most of us blacks in America had a single parent, you know. Started playing tennis at 12 years old. I thought tennis was going to be my way out the ghetto. You know, I wanted out the ghetto. I made me a few cherries I ain't ate today, so yeah, you know, that's cool. I'm sneaking in a snack. Yeah, I like the cherries, man. That's a summertime thing, man. Yeah, so I started playing tennis at 12. Lucky I did, though, because that kept me out of the gangs. You know, I never gang banged, but when I was around 10 and 11, though, I thought the Crips was the coolest thing in the world. You know, I wanted to be a Crip bad. Right. But I had one of them mamas that didn't play. She was from the South. And she didn't bear, you know, she didn't bear from them whoopings. Right. And she didn't just whoop you. You know, some mamas and daddies will whoop you with with a switch. No, not my mama. She thought the telephone card was the coolest thing in the world. Boy, and that thing leave whips on you, you know? So I didn't gang bang, but once I started playing tennis, I started being taken out of the hood, you know? Tennis kept me out of the neighborhood, and I started to see some different things in life. You know, in high school, my hustle was that I would go and play with rich people's kids.
Okay.
Because I was a little dude, so, you know, they had little younger tennis players that they were raising to be pros, and they would pay me to go play with them, $20 an hour. I didn't understand that was a nice payday for back then. But, you know, I was in high school and they was giving me $20 an hour to go hit with their kids. But I never learned how to read and write. So when I turned 18 and it was time to graduate, well, I should have been graduate, but I couldn't read or write. College was coming talking to us, and they found out that I couldn't read or write, so they told me that I wouldn't be going to college. And I found myself in no man's land, and that's when I started selling dope.
Okay.
Started out with $125. Before I got arrested, I had days I made as much as $3 million in one day.
Oh, wow.
Prosecutor said my last 2 years I made at least $1 million every single day.
Damn.
2 years in a row.
Every day?
Every day.
Wow.
Got arrested at 28. Got a life sentence without the possibility of parole. Taught myself how to read and write. Went to the law library and reversed that joint.
Wow.
For y'all who don't know, you should read this article here. The name of it is The Crack King is Back. The Crack King is Back. This is my autobiography.
Okay.
I mean, my obituary.
Okay.
This is my obituary. The guy said he was writing my obituary.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He said LA's most famous dope man was doing life. I was writing his obituary.
Wow. So what he trying to say when he saying he writing your obituary?
That I was never going to be heard from again. You know, when somebody died, you don't hear from them.
Exactly. Right.
They done. So he said I was done.
He figured that was it for you.
Yeah. So, you know, I guess I did what Jesus Christ did. I rose from the dead.
You got resurrected, huh?
I was resurrected, you know, because I'm so breathing. I was breathing in, though. I was telling him all the things I was going to be doing.
Right.
I said, man, I'm going to have books. I'm going to be doing movies. I'm going to be doing boxing. I'm going to be telling politicians what to do. And so forth.
How much time did you do? Altogether? 20
years and 3 months.
Okay.
I told him I just threw the 3 months in. They didn't have that.
So did you do a rough bid or did you do an easy one? I mean, time is long, but how was it?
Oh man, I didn't have enough time in the day. I needed more time. You know, when I got ready, my last couple of weeks, you know, I called all my dudes because I had a little study group where I was teaching dudes in there how to do business and stuff like that. And I pulled them all to the side one day. We had our little group, and I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna enjoy this. I said, because I ain't gonna never get to do this again. You know, that's it. And I was telling my homies the other day, you know, about struggling. You know, I've been struggling. I've been home 11 years. I've been struggling a little bit. I've been living good though. You know, I ain't had it bad. I ain't gonna sit here and tell nobody that. You know, other than this couple little stints, you know, I was homeless for a little while. You know, but for the most part, but I prepared for that. You know, and I looked at that the same way I looked at going to jail. That I was going to enjoy it. Because I wasn't going to be able to do that no more.
Right. Gotcha.
You know, it's some things that people can't experience, you know. Everybody don't get to experience what it's like to have a life sentence without the possibility of parole.
Right.
But that's an experience. And it's a one that shapes you and molds you in becoming a person.
Right.
You know, some people it may break, some people it make stronger, and some people might stay the same. But it's all experiences that does things to a person. You know, experiences puts you in a certain situation. Right. So all my experiences were lessons. I learned lessons from every last one of them. Now, different people respond to different things differently. But I believe my experiences made me into the person that I am today. Right. And the person that I am today, I love him. You know, I'm excited about his future. I'm excited about the way he thinks. Right. I'm excited about the way he acts, the way he carries himself. That he's not selfish. He's not greedy. He's not conniving. Because so often, people have all of those negative traits and they don't know how to get rid of them. They're stuck with them. They're stuck with themselves. And life is miserable. But me, I am absolutely enjoying life right now.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a quick question. So when they gave you that time, how did you feel when they said that you was going to get that amount of time? How did you feel? How did it hit you?
Awful. To know that you had lost your life. That the rest of your life would be spent in a concrete tomb. And I prepared myself for that for about 3 years. I've been telling myself, you know, they're going to give you life. You know, you ain't never going home, you know, get ready. But when they actually give it to you, and then the fact that my mom was there too, you know, and she took it really hard. So that was another cold blow. It's almost like being there and you get shot and you're dying and you see your mama seeing you die. You know, just kind of imagine what that would feel like. You know that you just hurt your... Not only are you dying, and you hurting too, but on top of that, you're getting to see your mama die. I mean, hurt. You know, the one that you really, really, really care about. You see her suffering behind you dying. Wow. You know, it's like I did that to her. And then when you look at it, that you created that situation that you're in. You know, nobody made me get into the dope game. You know, I volunteered.
So what made you volunteer?
Stupidity.
Okay.
Running from poverty.
Okay.
You know, when a guy say, fuck it, I don't care if I go to jail. I don't care if I get killed. I don't care if I had to kill somebody. That's stupidity. Laws, lack of knowledge. But when you're not smart and you can't think of any other ways to get money, then you take what you think is the easy route, which in actuality is the hardest route. Right. But it's been made, in our community, it's been made to appear to be easy. But, you know, the way I look at life now is that a lot of the people who run this country, if they thought that they was going to have to go to jail for conducting the business that they're conducting, they would quit. But so many young black men have accepted the fact that they may go to prison. Or that they may get killed. Or that they may have to kill somebody. And they still take that chance.
Right.
So you're talking about a fearless dude. A dude that not only risked all of his money, but his life, his freedom, and liberty. And when you really get down to it, sometimes they even risk their own family. Because when we sell dope, we put our own family at jeopardy as well.
Right.
So when I looked at all that, and then I looked at legitimate business, I said, man, these dudes can't fuck with you. They can't fuck with you for real. For real. For real. You'll run over these dudes. Because you can be ruthless if you want to.
Right.
And, you know, I'm just glad that I was able to figure my way out of the prison. And I came out healthy and sane, you know, because I saw people in there literally lose their mind in that prison.
Right.
You know, that prison can make you lose your mind, you know.
Yeah.
Well, people kind of know now, you know, with the social isolation, you know, like you can't really be around people. In prison, you don't really be around nobody anyway. All that touching and feeling and all that, they don't go on in prison unless you homosexual. You know, but other people don't do that. You know, it's a violation.
Exactly.
For a straight man to be hugging on another man. You know, both of them could be straight, but they ain't supposed to be hugging. So when you
I think he got a phone call, y'all. He'll be right back. Oh. That Freeway Rick Ross just got disconnected. I guess he'll call right back. He'll come back on the show in a second. Sometimes I tell people don't call while we doing an interview because it'll distract the show. So y'all just hang on for a second, and he should be tuning back in. All right, yeah, there you go. He's coming right back. Thank you very much. There you go.
I don't know what happened, man. I try to push that.
Yeah, it happens. It happens sometimes.
Yeah, but what was we at? You know, it's just once these young brothers find out what I know now, it's gonna be some hell in high water. We're gonna have some real black entrepreneurs, not the ones that, you know, that are selected by corporate America. Because right now we got a bunch of heroes that the black community didn't elect. You know, they were elected by others, and
right.
They may have started off with us, you know, where we like their music and we listen to their music, and then, you know, a corporate America heard it and heard us listening to it and jumped on board and started to invite them in,
right,
to mainstream. But after they go to mainstream, a lot of them turn their back on where they come from. Right.
So when you came home, where was your mindset when you came home from prison?
I was on a takeover mode. But, you know, I only had $200 when I got out of prison. You know, I came out of prison tore up. You know, not tore up mentally, though. mentally I was clicking on cylinders. On if I had a 10 cylinder, I probably was clicking on 7.5. You know, but my pockets was broke. My mom was behind on her house note. So the first thing I did is I wanted to save my mom's house. You know, the first thing you think about, you don't want your mama on the street.
Right.
You know, one thing about it, we had never been homeless before, and to have my mom facing eviction or not eviction but foreclosure was heartbreaking. So the first thing I did is I kind of put my plans on hold and started trying to save her house. That had became my number one object is to save her house. Right. You know, not to let her lose her house. So I fought that for about 8 months, you know. When I finally lost, you know, it was a battle. She took one of them predatory mortgages, you know, where they go in to older people. My mom was 85 when she died. I guess she was probably about 82 when she signed that loan on her house. And you know, they did the loans where they would start you out at $1,200 a month. But every so often the loan would go up and up and up and up and up and up. And my mom was only getting, she's only getting about $1,800 a month. You know what I'm saying? But when she was getting $1,800 a month, she had no house note. So she was good. You know what I'm saying? But once she went and took that loan out, the $1,200 a month was cool, and her husband helped her, you know, helped her with the bills. But then he passed. So now, when I get home, it's $3,200 a month. And here I am, don't have a job, fresh out of prison, no money, and didn't know how I was going to get it. But anyway, we eventually lost the house. Did you see the documentary?
Not as of yet.
Yeah, you got to go check out my documentary. We put all that in there. You know, it's crazy. We were shooting a documentary right during the time that the marshals came to the house to put us out. So, so we got to capture some of that on film. The whole process. You know, it's gonna be something that one day people gonna marvel that I was able to overcome that and to still put myself in the position that I'll be in a few years. Okay.
Let me ask you a question. You wrote a couple of books. You wrote them while you were in prison?
I wrote this one while I was in prison. I got another one that I wrote with Jimmy the Saint. We wrote that one while I was in prison, called Black Scarface. And this one here, this was about my first 6 months out of jail.
Okay.
Riding with Rick. I'm proud of this one, too. Anybody want to buy my book, too, you can go to my website, freewayRickyRoss.com, and order the books off of there. Also my T-shirts and my other merchandise. Yeah, so I wrote one in prison and the other one out of prison.
Okay. So are you planning on doing a movie, anything about your life and stuff like that, or one of the books?
Yeah, we working on the movie right now. I'm working with Reginald Hutland. We also working on a TV series as well. So I just want the movie to be right. You know, I'm tired of seeing the way they portray black men at theaters. So I decided that I was just going to take my time and do it the way that I wanted to do it, not the way Mr. Charlie said it should be done. You know, I want this story to be factual.
Right.
You know, not like the TV series Snowfall, where they take a piece of my story and make up this. And for the most part, my movie is going to be factual.
Yeah, I was going to ask you a question about, so the Snowfall movie, a lot of people watched it, but they don't know that a lot of that was based on your life, correct? Or things,
it was.
Events?
It was.
Can you touch on that a little bit?
Well, you know, me and John Singleton was, I wanted John to direct my movie.
Right.
You know, that was something when I was in prison, you know, watching John do Boys in the Hood and all the different movies that he done. I really thought highly of John. So when I got out, I went and talked to him about him coming on board, helping me do mine. And one day, I was at the Weinstein's office, and they came out the back with the magazine and say, John Singleton just got financed for Snowfall. At that time, I didn't really know what Snowfall was. I thought it was just a dope movie, you know, about somebody in L.A. I thought it was fucked up even then. You know, I thought it was fucked up that John would do a dope movie about L.A. and not call me. You know, like, damn, partner, friend, pal, you know, buddy. What the hell? Right. You didn't give me a call. You know, you're doing a dope movie, and you don't call, you know, one of the biggest players in the game. You know, the one who L.A. Times say is the first crack millionaire. You don't call him, you know, and talk to him.
That don't make sense.
It didn't make sense at all.
At all, yeah, that's crazy.
But anyway, I later find out why. Because he done took a bunch of my stuff and put it in this series. So,
wow.
That's where it's at with Snowfall. You know, they ganked me. I wanted to sue him, but I couldn't find a lawyer to ride with me, and I didn't want to stop. I didn't want to stop my momentum. You know, I got momentum going right now. And I just want to keep my momentum flowing in the right direction. You know, I don't want to change the tone of the game. You know, sometimes you can change the tone of the game. Yeah. And everything go haywire. So I just been keeping the tone the same.
So you got a CBD license, what they call that, or something for marijuana?
Marijuana license. Yeah,
marijuana license. Yeah.
This my pre-roll cigarettes right here. Then I got the box with the vape pens in it. You know, the LA King pen. Yeah, I got my license. I'll be opening up a full-fledged dispensary, a grow, and I'm gonna have a delivery service. So if there's somebody out there that's interested, they're in California, they're interested in having their a partnership in a delivery service, make sure they contact me, because I'm looking for people who want to be down, who want to make some money, who want to get rich.
Right. Let me ask you another question. So that rapper dude, Rick Ross, you know, everybody know that he stole your name. So how did you feel about when you first heard about that?
Do everybody know now? Because they still
go to his concerts. They don't know right now. Right.
Hey, they still go to his concerts.
Yeah.
Hey, they still play his records on the radio, and they don't say, I never hear the DJs when they introduce him say, Rick Ross, the guy that stole the real Rick Ross's name. They never said it on the radio. They never said, no, You know, most of them be, the biggest gangster, the biggest boss. And I be saying, how that motherfucker, oh yeah, you know, back in the day, we used to call the boss the police was, you know, the deputy, he was the boss, you know, because he ran things, he had the gun. Hey, boss. You know, in the movies, you know, you hear him in the jail. Hey, boss, what we do next, boss? Yeah. So I guess he was the biggest boss. He was a correctional officer. I had mixed emotions about that.
Okay.
You know, on one hand, I was flattered. You know, for somebody, you know, say for instance, a woman come to you, she say, I want to name my baby after you. I think so much of you, you know. I'm just so proud of you. You such a man. Hey, you the man of men. And I ain't gonna name my baby after his daddy.
Right.
I'm gonna name him after you. Now, if I would have been the baby daddy, I would have been a little offended.
Right.
You gonna like you think my baby should be after another man? So when he named himself after me, you know, you kind of be like, damn, he thought that much of me. He really thought highly of me. He really liked me a lot. To name himself after me. But then when he don't call you and ask you, was it cool to do that?
Right.
You're a little bit offended.
Yeah.
And then the fact that he never reached out, you know, I reached out to him and he gave me a bunk number and, you know, just a whole bunch of little girl stuff, you know. Girls get bunk numbers, you know. Here, take my number, it's the wrong number.
Wow.
Dudes don't. Dudes don't really do that.
Right.
You know, men don't. Men be like, man, I ain't. Call him, and he'll call me for you. You know, if you want to get in contact with me. But I ain't never gave nobody a bunk number.
Right.
I don't know what it's like. You know, I know how to tell you, don't call me no more, please. You you know. But to give somebody a bunk number is, I don't know, it's kind of immature to me, you know. But I could be wrong, you know, because I'm an old man. You know, I come from a different age, different time, and some of the things that I believe may not be the same no more. But yeah, that's how I pretty much felt about him with the shenanigans.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And his name is William Roberts too. Just so you know, next time you can say William Roberts, the guy who named himself Rick Ross.
The guy who named himself Rick Ross.
He named himself Rick Ross. Hey,
right.
He named himself Rick Ross.
So he must have felt he was gangster like you, or you know, he was get money. He gonna get money like that, huh?
Hey, he wanted to.
Right.
But you know, he didn't come up poor though. You know, he had credit cards when he was in high school.
Right.
So he didn't really come up poor, and he didn't play football either.
Yeah,
he didn't play no football. He ain't no All-American football player. I'll bet that. I'll bet he ain't no All-American football player. He could stop that lie. I mean,
he said All-American football player?
Yeah, he said he used to be an All-American football player. That's how he got the name. He played football on a team, and everybody on the front line made all conference, all nation or something like that. Then and somebody tried to call him Big Boss, and accidentally called him Rick Ross, and that's how he came with the name.
Ain't that something?
Stuck. He said the name stuck. Yeah. But
wow. So let me ask you a question. So the prison they say you're a prison reform activist. So what are you doing as far as that?
Well, and not just prison. I'm trying to be an
activist, period.
Yeah, activist, period. Because I just don't do what I do. I don't just do for inmates, you know. I've been helping. When I was in prison, I was helping reform inmates. You know, I had a library of books that I shared with as many people that wanted to read them. Because what I found out about in jail, they didn't really have books about how to better yourself, how to become a better person. And that's what I was into. I wanted to be a better person and not be entertained. Some people want to be entertained. You know, they want to see the dance, the sound, and so forth. But I don't want to be entertained. You know, I want to get some bread.
Right. But I'm curious to know, Rick, how did you get the time up off you? You say you went to the law library, and what did you find that you presented to get that time off you?
Well, the first thing I found out that I was sharper than my lawyer, the judge, and the prosecutor. That was the first thing that I found out. And then I found out that I used to couldn't read, but I think they still couldn't read.
That's crazy.
So I started pointing out stuff in their book to them.
Right.
You know, your book say this. And they would, that ain't what it say. I say, I used to couldn't read, but I can read now.
Oh yeah,
man. They had me in there under the 3 strike laws, and under the 3 strike law, you have to go to jail. You have to commit a crime, go to jail, and then get out. Then commit another crime, go to jail, and get out. And then you got 2 strikes. You commit a third one, they can give you a life sentence without the possibility of parole. In my case, I was selling dope all over the country, but I'd never been caught.
Somebody told on you.
Yeah, well, they always tell on you. That's
right.
That's why they mad at 6ix9ine, but I mean that's just how it go. You know, you can't do the time, you tell on a friend. You know, why do 10 when you can tell on a friend?
Why do 10? You can tell on a friend, huh?
Yeah, that's what they say in the feds. You know, why do 10 when you can tell on a friend?
That's crazy.
Let your friend do the 10.
That shit ain't funny, man, but that's some funny shit, though, man.
Hey, that's how
Let your friend do the 10. Wow.
And you go home.
Ain't that something?
You go home with your kids and let him go and do the 10. But yeah, in my case, I was just selling dope all over the country, never been caught. And then when they caught me, they just took me from state to state and convicted me, and then they said, "Oh, you got 3 strikes." Huh? I ain't never been to jail before.
Wow.
How you gonna say I'm a career criminal? Yeah, I made a career out of criminality, but I ain't never been a criminal before. You know, this is my first run. This is my first run. Y'all just let me run for 8 years. I couldn't help it because y'all couldn't catch me.
Right.
But anyway, I had to show them that a career criminal is not somebody who sold drugs for 8 years. A career criminal is somebody who's been punished and then learn his lessons and then get punished again and don't learn their lessons and then get punished again, and you didn't learn your lessons, so you just stay the rest of your life in jail. Well, that wasn't the same guy that I was.
Right.
So I was able to get the appeals court to reverse that thing.
So let me ask you a question. So, the judge and the lawyer and stuff like that, you ever heard from them when you came out? Did they say anything to you?
My lawyer, we still cool.
Oh, yeah? So he was in your corner the whole time?
Yeah. We good.
Okay.
Yeah, we good. The judge, I was just thinking about writing the judge the other day and telling him what's up. But the lawyer, no, we haven't. I mean, the judge, we haven't spoke. But I'm gonna contact her though, you know, because she did get right after she, you know, learned me. You know, when I left the courtroom, when she gave me the life sentence, I said, "I'll be back," and she said, "All right, I'll be here when you get back." And when I came back to court, the first thing she said, "Oh, you kept your word." I said, "I always try to."
So they gave you a life sentence for drugs?
Yeah, you can get a life sentence for drugs, no violence.
That's crazy. A life sentence for drugs. You got caught with the drugs or was just hearsay?
Oh, no. They got what they call ghost drugs. In jail, they call it ghost drugs. Like, say, for instance, if me and you do something, and even though we sell all the drugs and all the drugs get smoked up, I can come in court and testify to the jury that we had them drugs, and then they can find you guilty of them drugs that I testified to.
Wow. With no evidence?
None.
Just hearsay?
Just hearsay.
Life sentence. And they giving pedophiles and rapists and all that 4 or 5 years. And they giving dudes with drugs life sentences. Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Well, you know, the pedophile, he'll come in there and say, "Oh, I was high on cocaine." And then they'll say, "Oh, it was a cocaine dealer fault."
Right.
Not his fault.
Right.
You know, for a while, everything was being blamed on cocaine. You know, everything that happened. Cocaine dealer did it.
Right. So let me ask you about the crack era. So you was from the birth of the crack era, correct?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah. Before that, they was free-based, and then they started the crack era and stuff like that.
Yeah, I came in at the end of the free base.
Okay.
But I'm in the beginning of this new millennium.
Oh, there it is, right there.
This internet, this internet stuff.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm on right now. You know, trying to figure out ways to dominate the internet. You know, I think Jeff Bezos got too much money, and somebody else need to be in his league. You know, in the same category that he in.
Exactly.
And I'd like to be the one.
It's called a takeover, huh?
Yeah.
That's what you said, right? It's a takeover.
Yeah.
There you go. So with the marijuana license and all that. You getting ready to make some major moves with that, huh?
Major moves.
Mike Tyson got something going on like that, no?
Yeah. Mike is in the marijuana business. There's a few blacks that's in here. I don't really know how they moving, you know, because we are kind of, you know, with black people, we just don't get in and help each other. You know, we just don't.
Yeah.
We just don't give each other that that brotherly embrace. You know, like other people do.
Right.
So I don't really know exactly what they're doing, and my focus is on what I'm doing.
Right.
You know, my what I'm doing is important to me. You know, if somebody is open and willing to do something with me, I'm with it. But if you're not, I ain't mad at you. You know, do your thing. I'm gonna do mine.
So let me ask you a question. So you still airing your show on Saturday nights? Saturdays?
I do every day. I do just about every day.
Oh, you doing every day?
Saturdays is the Looking for a Black Agenda, where what I'm doing is bringing some of the smartest black people that I can find, because I know it's going to be smarter black people than I'm finding, and there's some smart black people that just won't fuck with me.
Right.
You know, for whatever reason it is. You know, maybe they don't like my background, maybe they don't like the way I talk now. I don't know. But I'm going to get the best people that I can find and bring them to the community and let the community learn from them. Because what I understand is that everything that I've ever did, somebody taught me.
Right.
If older guys, when I was in jail, didn't teach me, you know, how to shepherdize the law, show me how to sound out my ABCs, I probably wouldn't be reading right now. So I appreciate people turning on my light switch, and I want to turn on other people's light switch as well.
All right. That's a good thing. So let me ask you a question. So if people wanted to get your books and stuff like that, where would they get them from?
They can go to my website, freewayRickyRoss.com, and please don't go to Jeff Bezos and buy him. Amazon don't need no more money, and they probably don't appreciate your business anyway. So if you want to be appreciated, especially by me, go to my website and buy my book, freewayRickyRoss.com. And let me tell you a little bit about that book.
Okay.
When I wrote that book, I had a life sentence without the possibility of parole. This book is like my letter to the streets, telling you about all of my experiences, what I learned from them, what I didn't learn, where I went right when I should have went left. So it could be a book that could really give somebody a boost in their life.
And what about the next book?
Well, this book is about 21 principles that I used when I got out of prison to get myself in the position that I'm in right now.
Okay. So can you show those books one more time so the people can check them out? I want y'all to support my brother Rick Ross right here. He got his books right here. There we go. Go cop that. That's right.
Yeah. You know what my man said? House built on a weaker foundation, it won't stand. Oh no, oh no. Build your house on a strong foundation, man. Put it on rock. Don't build it on sand. Don't build it in the mud. You know, you got to start off solid.
Right.
And what I say solid would be starting off with my book. So when y'all get a chance, check it out. Also tune in every night. Just about I got some special celebrity on, giving up game. Somebody in the business world, politician, giving up game. So y'all come by and check it out at Freeway Ricky on Instagram. Also follow me on Facebook at Freeway Ricky Ross. And my website where you can get the books, my T-shirts. You know, you can get the Real Rick Ross is not a rapper T-shirt. You can still get that classic.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's a classic.
The Real Rick Ross is not a rapper.
He ain't a rapper, man.
Yeah.
You can get that at Freeway Ricky Ross as well, man. So thank you for having me on the show, man.
It's a pleasure to have you, man. You know, I'm definitely going to start tuning in on them Saturday night. I got on the first one you had, the first Saturday night you had. And I'm
yeah, we're gonna have my man Jay Morrison on. I think not this weekend. I think we're gonna give him 4th of July off. We're gonna let him celebrate America's independence because we still ain't got our independence. They still got their foot on our neck, as y'all saw. For y'all who say they ain't never had your foot on your neck, nah, you saw it live on the internet that they will put their knee on your neck and they will choke you out and strangle you. So you can't argue that point no more because they will put their knee on your neck and all the other stuff. So yeah, but that's what we're doing. We're gonna have Jay Morrison on next Saturday. The brother is bad. Brother did time. He was a crack dealer, and now he's a real estate mogul. You know what I'm saying? He owns the Black House in Atlanta. Huh.
Oh, there it is.
Tell me about that.
I want to say one thing before you go.
What's that?
Black Lives Matter. What that mean to you?
All day, every day, forever.
There you go.
They've been on the planet. They've been on the planet longer than the roaches and the ants. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So they ain't going nowhere. So you might as well get used to them and stop killing them. You know what I'm saying? And learn how to love them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I know you already love them and admire them, but you just jealous, a little jealous. Stop being jealous. It's okay. You're our brothers and sisters too.
That's right. Hey, listen, Rick, it's a pleasure having you on the show, man. I thank you for taking time out your busy schedule. One love, always, always.
All right.
And I'm definitely going to be in touch, and I'm definitely going to be checking for your books, checking on your show and everything. I want everybody else to do that. Support this brother right here. The real Rick Ross, Freeway Rick Ross.
I need you to be the part of that black agenda, too. Help me find that agenda.
Oh, I'm definitely there. We're going to talk later on. Always, my brother.
All right, peace out.
Appreciate you. Peace out, brother.